Philly Brian, how are you, sir? You know, I got to figure out if I need to have this. I think this StreamYard works a lot different now. I don't think that you have to have YouTube open anymore, but I still haven't quite figured that out. I think last Tuesday, if I remember correctly, it used to be you had to keep YouTube open because if you didn't keep YouTube open, you wouldn't be able to see a super chat. But I think if you receive a super chat, I think it shows up on StreamYard now. Good morning, guys. Tuesday in North Caloocan City. Yeah, Philly Brian. Very simple. Just StreamYard, StreamYard.com. You don't even have to fill out any, have an account or anything. You can just go straight from that. Pretty easy to set up. Of course, the only reason you would use it if you were like myself going to invite a guest on, which Philly Brian, if you want to come on, let me know. But that's really, there's really no reason to use it unless you are. It does have some cool features though, like this. I can put up your comments on the screen. So that's pretty cool too. If you get something that you want to highlight for everybody to see, that's kind of a neat feature. And there's a bunch of other things it does too. Okay, hold on a second now. Getting behind already. Mark Doyle, good morning. James Lonergan. There's one of my wrenches. Good morning. Clyde Seaside. Matt Hammer. Jim Schultz. Bisai Young Negro. Jim Chewy. Jim Hennessy. Wow. Jim Chewy, I have not seen you around. Thank you for the Balak buy-in offer, but we're okay here. But thank you. You kind of caught me off guard with your message the other day about the Balak buy-in box. I would have to, and maybe I'll get back to you if I can think of something. There are a few hot sauces that I can't get here. Maybe some crazy bottle of hot sauce from somewhere that's got 40,000 scullion power or whatever they call it. Philly Brian, sorry. I'm sorry. Robert Leibold, good morning. Jim Schultz. Philly Brian, no. All you have to do is, I'll put the link up. You click on the link. Once you click on the link, mute your YouTube. Okay? You're going to have two windows open. You're going to have StreamYard open, and you're going to have YouTube open. Once you click on the link, you're going to see yourself over here, underneath here with me. Oh, I'm sorry. You can't see StreamYard yet. That once I add you to the chat, you want to mute your YouTube, okay? When you come in. Hold on a second. I'll put the link up for you. Boy, you guys, it has been so hot. Mike Foodie, my Ontario friend. How are you, sir? Tim K, having trouble getting cash in Leyte. Yeah, you know what's going on, you guys, with that? Let me talk about that for a second before I put the link up for you. Actually, no, let's go ahead and put the link up for Philly Brian. Let's get him in here, huh? Philly and Philo. Philly and Philo on live stream. First time ever. We're making YouTube history today. Philly and Philo. Okay, Philly Brian, once you click on that link, I'll be able to see you in the backstage. So, where are we at here? Jim Chewy, Uncle Sam keeping you busy. Oh, okay. Jim Chewy, yeah. The only thing I can think of, Jim, and I don't remember what part of the country you live in, I miss, we used to have these hot sauce stores in Southern California where you could go into a store and there'd be 2,000 different varieties of hot sauce. I used to always love buying a couple of them that say, burn your ass hot sauce. And there's a picture of a donkey with flames coming out of his butt. I used to love that stuff. Anyway, Rick Shaw, Good morning. Gary T, good morning. Dennis Brock, congratulations. Dennis Brock, I believe, 79 days with no internet. And I won't tell you what company that is because that's I can't do that here on a live stream. But 79 days with no internet, and it just got activated, I believe, a couple of days ago. Magandang umaga, Scott Expat. How are you, sir? Get Philly in here. Okay. He's coming, I think. SF Bokaki, good morning. Ramel, my South Caloocan brother, good morning. Like Trader Joe's, Jim Chewy. I'm just a fan of super, super hot. I mean, the kind of hot where Mike Foodie, manwich. Well, we can get that at SNR. And Robert Dyer, Cholula. Yeah, Cholula is one of the good ones. Cholula, if you go to Santa Ana, California, which is Little Mexico in California, Orange County, Santa Ana, Cholula is on every single table in every mama and papa. Sorry. Let me explain. In Santa Ana, it's Little Mexico, so you want to go to the little restaurants that are like kind of like the carinderias are here in the Philippines. And if you walk in to the restaurant and everything's in Spanish, you know you're in the right place. Okay, and then you're going to get Melanie and I were talking about that the other day, how much she misses going to the Mexican restaurants because the small mama and papa Mexican restaurants reminded her so much of the Philippines. And she could get her tilapia, full fried tilapia, because the Mexicans do that too. Zim Zim says, okay, that's not for me. He's talking about Tim K. Tim K's personal life. Yeah, of course, a lot of the ATMs are going to start running low. We are a little bit worried here because both of our Western Unions are closed now. So, sorry. No, we've got one that's still open, and it's inside the Pure Gold. But we're just hoping that the money that we've got probably 25,000 left, and we've already shopped. We've probably got 10 or 12 days worth of food and 25,000 beyond that we can buy food with. Because obviously we're locked down. You can't do anything. You can't go anywhere. So your only real concern is food. Sorry, Kanoi Randy, welcome. Fred Do Vinci from Virginia, welcome. There's a lot of Filipinos there. Fairfax, Virginia. Robert Dyer. Yeah, Cholula. You know what, Robert? My mouth just watered a little bit there when you said that. I just saying the word Cholula made my mouth water a little bit. Jean-Claude says, kisses from France. I like your videos. I wait for in Paris. Kisses for your beautiful half. Oh, from Melanie. Well, yeah, Melanie will give you a kiss. I think that's what you mean. I don't know. Paul Ray, good morning from Paul Ray. We're going to have Philly Bryan on here in just a few minutes. Sin Philo, a Balikbayan box full of cash. Mike Foodie, that's going to get up on the screen, baby. That's a great comment. Everybody pay attention to that one. That is comment of the day right there. Someone's going to have to work really hard to beat that one. Gary T, is there a rush to get money from the banks? Well, shit. Where are we here? What's the date? We've been in lockdown since 15th, really? Today is, hold on a second there, Gary. Okay, this is day 9. So, you know, you guys, I wasn't able to, I wanted to do what Philly Bryan did and get out to Almar. You guys know who've been following. Jim Chewy knows what I'm talking about. Almar, where the pure gold, and because it's just when Melanie and I went to the doctor on, when was that? Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday of last week. Um, it was dead. There was almost no traffic, you guys. And I wanted to get out there, but now we've got checkpoints everywhere, and we've only got one ID card. Johnny B is the designated leave the house guy. So Randy says no work. Yeah. Randy's locked down for like 3 weeks there in Canada. Jim, yes, more or less. Now, I haven't tested the waters yet, but I think today I'm going to go out and take a little walk and see what I run across. Because, I mean, the worst thing they can do is tell me to go home, right? But I might just go out and do a little walkabout, just see how far I can go before somebody says, check out the Rileys. What's up, brother? Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill. Las Vegas is still deserted. Yeah, Paul Ray, I saw you know how they have those live cams? Shit, what happened? What happened? Where am I at? Oh my God. Sorry. Down here, you can only go out for food. Yeah, Dennis, same here. Okay, Robert Dyer, burritos and Cholula. Yeah. Dude, I would put Cholula on almost anything, with the exception of Captain Crunch cereal. Thank you, Scott Expat. Scott Expat. Dennis Brock, how about food to send here? Try this place, Pepper Palace. Ah. You know, I used to buy some beef jerky, too, back in the USA. It was called Damn Good Jerky, and it was from New York. Does anybody know that? Damn Good Jerky is what it was called. And they had a flavor of jerky called Kick Yo Ass Jerky, and it was hot, dude. I mean, it was hot. The website's called Damn Good Jerky. If you're a beef jerky fan in the U.S., check it out, and give them a shout out from Philo in the Philippines, because I bought tons and tons of jerky from them. Super reliable. You order online, you get it like in 2 days. If a blogger, sorry, how about a truckload of different hot sauce? Yes. Another great comment. Everybody pay attention to that one. Happy watching. If a blogger makes his life public and accepts money from followers, then he is open to scrutiny. Okay, if that's what you think. There's nothing wrong with thinking that. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Are you just meaning anybody who has a YouTube channel that's monetized should be scrutinized? Or, you know, to a certain extent, you're right. Some people go a little over the top with their scrutiny. Ships aren't shipping any boxes. So sorry about that. Can't send you money in the box. Jerry Galindo, welcome. But will there be delivery of Balak buy-in boxes? Yeah, I bet. Clyde Seaside, great point. I bet you that's on hold too. Sorry, you guys, I'm way behind. I'm catching up. Don't worry. If I haven't seen you or said hi, I'm catching up. Jesus, I'm way behind. I see Malo 63. Hello. I see. Malos, thank you. Hi, Mercy. Bill Bryant, am I talking to you? I'm sorry, I'm so far behind I couldn't tell you. I bet I was, though. Happy watching, or maybe not. Happy watching. It does about abusive behavior. Yeah. Mark Doyle, our Western Union that's still open is inside the Pure Gold. But now here's the problem with Pure Gold. They are not only are we in here where I'm at. Not only are we in Barangay lockdown, but the Pure Gold is only open, I believe, from 6 to 10 a.m. So you have to get there. You got to get there, and they only allow like 25 people in the store or something at one time. It's yeah. Lady Farmer, welcome. Just a second. Kanoi. Oh, Lady Farmer. Jeez. Mark Doyle says, can you send some common sense here for a box of cash? You guys, I think I'm having some internet issues here.
Hey, Falo, ¿cómo está?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, mate. You know, Snowy.
Yeah.
She's such a lovable dog. How's
That's
things
Scott,
there, mate?
guys, Scott Expat from Canada, or not Canada, sorry, Australia. Sorry, I'm so far behind here because
You're all right, mate. You're all right. No stress.
I know Captain Crunch requires no additives. Yeah. Adrian Smith, good morning. Welcome to the chat. Robert Dyer, sorry, that's not for me. You guys are talking amongst yourselves. That's fine. Gives me a break. Lady Farmer says they're so strict there where she's at. Okay, SF says SF says inside information says the PNP has been told the lockdown will run another month. Yeah, you know what, you guys? I'm going to be honest with you, and I know that question's going to come up. I don't think it's going to be over with in the initial 30-day span that they gave us. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think it's going to take longer as well.
I think it's going to be around about 6 months, Philo. We've been told that here by our Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, that I think we're in for the long haul. If China thinks they're getting out of it now, I think they're slowly kidding themselves. It's funny, I was up at Sunbury yesterday, and mate, it's like no virus. It's like it's a big excuse for a big holiday, and people aren't taking it as serious. But let me tell you, when they do, and I hope they don't get it, but if they do get it, they'll then wonder why, because everything's supposed to be locked down. We're supposed to be in self-quarantine. The only time I've just picked up Mum from her hairdressers. She's been told, the hairdresser's been told she'll be shut down next week. They're giving her a couple of days to run so she can get her appointments done. But look, you know, there's a couple of coffee shops up here still running. There's one that's doing home deliveries at the moment, which is pretty smart, I suppose, just to keep their business going. But other than that, everything's sort of like everybody's like walking around, going around, doing everything as normal. When like Bunnings day before yesterday, which is just over here, hardware. which is similar to what Philly Brian did there in the Philippines. Builders, they were like chock a block yesterday. It was like a big panic there. You quite wonder when you look at the shops and the size of the shops. They've got so much stock in there, and like kids are touching metal bits, and the staff are going over it with alcohol and wiping the trolleys. So it's just amazing. It really is that people aren't taking it too serious. We had a cruise ship in, where was it, Queensland, Perth, I think, and they let everybody off, and there was about 5 people that were tested positive on the ship, and they just let everybody off. So, but they had been told that if you do have the virus, self-quarantine yourself at home, stay away from thing, and if it gets worse, ring for emergency, I think we've only had so far 3 deaths here. That's about it.
Okay.
So it's...
Happy watching. Congratulations to you, sir. You have earned the Philo in the Philippines fucktard salute. Thank you for coming. You are now banned from my channel for being an idiot. Quite
Another troll.
I left my inbox on the way to Malabon. Been 3 weeks, but I'm thinking it will get to Manila Port and it won't be delivered. That's true.
Yeah, I think you have to go and pick them up.
Amo says we are all in this together. Who is designated to go on grocery runs? You or Melanie? Robert Dyer, we have our nephew, Johnny B, is the designated walkabout. The designated Palinque Lagalot guy. 2 beers. Welcome. The government here says that everyone had to practice social distancing, all except essential services, to shut my midnight tomorrow. Huh? The government has deemed that I am an essential service. Okay. Amo. Jim Schultz says, I heard that China, you guys, I'm so far behind. Just give me a few minutes to catch up. Let me try and read it, see if I can catch up now. I heard that China immediately incinerated the dead to hide the numbers from the world. Well, I tell you what. Shit. I heard. Okay. Hey, I'm almost caught up. Jeremiah Butler, thanks for joining. Hey, bro, hope you all are safe. I'm in Vermont. I'm unfortunately in an area that's spreading a lot in the area, but I live up in the mountains. Okay. Kichi, Vermont. Oh, I'll look that up on Google Maps. Thanks. Malo63 says China is up and running in manufacturing and supplying to Australia. Uh-oh. Gary T says Bahala na. Basta. Yeah. Well, the one thing is that the Philippines is taking this very seriously. That's for sure. Oh, well,
yeah,
we've got 60 in the 24 minutes in. That's great. If everybody practices social distancing, it could be over and done within 6 weeks. That's true.
I think Duterte jumped on that very quickly before, when he first heard about it, they really got onto it, and I'll give him all credit for that. He's pretty astute when things are like that, and he's protecting his people, and I don't blame him. Good on him. I've got a lot of time. If he was a good mate, I've got a lot of time for him. He's a good president, and he's like Clint Eastwood, mate. Make my day, pulls no punches and looks after his people, and good on him. It's more than I can say for the rest of the world. Like, I'm not going to go into the drug debate, because as far as I'm concerned, I think they all should be hung. But anyway, what's happening and what we need to do is just, make sure we wash hands, keep clean, and look after ourselves, look after our personal hygiene. Take wipes with you when you go to the shopping centre and wipe those trolleys down. But you sort of think, well, is it too much overkill? But it's not really when you look at personal health. And as I said, when I went out the day before yesterday, Mum was in the car and CJ was in the car because we had no one to look after CJ, so we had to bring him with us. But he stayed in the car, so only I went in, and it's basically I've just been doing the shopping. I've been doing chasing around for Mum and getting her medical, medications and stuff like that. She's got her home care. If they've got a slight cough, mate, I'll just turn around and tell them, sorry, guys, you've got to go home. I can't risk this. Mum can't have it because of her lung and kidney problems. So, we've got to be safe, mate. It's, you don't want to want the other young lass that does Mum on a Friday, her father come back from Morocco. Well, she had to ring the cleaning company that she works for, the home care provider, and they told her she must self-isolate for 2 weeks and not to worry about, coming in. But, I can shower Mum. I've been doing the looking after her since she took 6, so, and CJ, so I got myself a handful with that and looking after our garden and house. So, there's some things I can't get to, but don't do today, you can easily do tomorrow. But everything you got to try and get done, you know what I mean? And like you guys there, I don't know.
Welcome to the chat.
I know Mum and Dad. I know Mum back home and Dad back home. They're in self-quarantine as well too, Philo. They're back there in Cebu. So, it's hard on everyone, even America. I think, mate, America's, I don't know, but I think Trump got on this the last minute, and now all of a sudden he's starting to, would you call it panic? No, when you got Colorado, I think New York, he's had to bring in the National Guard and military services, I think in New York and California, if I'm corrected. Anyone can correct me on that. Much appreciated. But we've been getting news out of. We get no news from the Philippines unless we watch Bandita. But we get plenty of news from America and stuff of what Trump's doing and what's going on. But I think he might have got on this a bit too late, if you know what I mean. But he's good on some things, but other things he's, I don't know who's keeping him in touch with reality. But that's okay. Like everything.
Comments here, Scott, just a second.
No worries, mate. You're cool.
James Lonergan, I'm not going now, but my 3 LBC boxes were shipped. I have to call and have the boxes held in the Bacolod office. Scott V, welcome to the chat. Sorry, you guys, I'm way behind. Let me try and catch up.
That's the bad part about this StreamYard. You tend to fall behind in
shelter in place. Clyde Seaside in South Australia, all bars, restaurants, casino, churches, and big public gatherings are shut down. The golf courses in Ohio are open. Yes. 1 person to a cart and no touching the flag. Oh.
That's a good one.
Clyde Seaside said this will not be over in less than 6 months. Wow. James Lonergan. We might need to. I've been reminded here that a lot of the live streams have been shut down because of the chatter about what's going on in the world. We do get edited here by Google, so let's see. Holy cow, how did I get so far behind? Okay, Malos, okay. Darren's Travels, good morning. How are you, sir? You've probably been in here for 10 minutes. Zim Zim says something about Duterte, which we can't talk about Duterte here. That's not good. Jeremiah Butler, how old is... Oh, expat memo. Hello from San Diego. All right, San Diego, California. Yeah, baby. How are you guys doing? Governor Newsom is strongly asking everyone here to hunker down at home. Yeah. Philly Bryan says his connection is bad, but maybe you should try anyway, Philly Bryan. Francis
I was
Hughes
talking.
has plane tickets for Cebu by way of Seoul, Korea, and where they were canceled. Yeah, many travels have been canceled. Just 2 weeks ago. No politics here. Yes, no politics. Haven't seen you in a while. Ian Cook. All right. Hell, welcome to the chat.
I was talking to Nico's experience last night, and we were chatting about it, and he was telling me that 4 videos that I'd done yesterday, probably with the coronavirus, but I'm not sure, he couldn't get onto. Yet Cebu Boss Man, hi mate, if you're out there, had not an issue with it. So apparently in Florida, in America, they must have a censorship thing on the thing, but Cebu Boss Man could see it, and Malou Martin was telling me that everything was fine there. So I don't know, maybe he's had some technical issues over there in America, where they're doing a big censorship and trying to keep it very quiet and very low key sort of thing, Philo. I'm not sure, but I watched it back this morning and there was no drama with it. So, and what I said was only probably did mention coronavirus once, but I don't think you're allowed to mention that as, you know, what we call a chimp virus, so to speak. But, you know, when you look at it, people watch us basically. I'm not a big name, just a small fish in a big fish pond, so to speak. And new to YouTube and doing pretty good at the moment. And I'm happy with views and subscriber at the moment. We'll get back to talking to more people later. I'm in no hurry to be monitorised, but you know, we sort of like bring the news of what's going on when you look at it in our own countries, what's happening. Like, you know, when you do your videos and walk-arounds and stuff like that, which 2 fingers up, mate, love them. Same with Philly, 2 fingers up there, or 2 thumbs up there, sorry. Just, yeah, we like the news. We sort of try and keep people up to date with what's going on in our country, our provinces, and you know, it's great for everybody to know. But I think people tend to get a little bit too sensitive, if you know what I mean, with all this that's going on. That it's got to be swept under the carpet, so to speak. Can't sweep something like this big under the carpet. You got to let people know what's going on. Otherwise, to a point, you know, that you're not getting them into a panic over things. But I've made a thing out today that I won't be mentioning any more about it. So got to clam up and let the channel, the company have their way and just try and keep us probably a minimal profile on it if we can, and not over, you know, step the boundary. You know what I mean? How's Melanie and the kids? They all good?
Yeah, everybody's good here.
That's
Adrian
good, mate. That's good.
David Baker Golf Course, the only course open yesterday. Wow, I used to love playing David Baker. One of my favorite golf courses. Thanks for that info.
How's your knee, Philo?
What's that?
How's your knee coping?
Oh,
Coming.
it's okay. It was really bad about 3 or 4 days ago, but today it feels good.
Oh, that's good. That's great.
Oh, let's see, where am I at?
A beautiful day here.
I'm having connection.
Around
YouTube is telling
about 26.
me that. Oh, is my audio still good?
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah.
What's going on here? Am I back? Somebody. You guys, I've just lost all the comments here too. Hold on a second. If I refresh, it's going to disconnect us, huh? Oh, here we go. Let me see if I can read the comments on the YouTube side. Maybe StreamYard's having an issue. I don't know. I don't see any comments on my StreamYard side. Okay. I wonder if I refresh the. Just give me a second, you guys. Something's not right here. Oh, Dennis Adam, I see you're here. Thank you. Hold on a second. I can't. The thing is, I'm streaming on. I can't refresh the StreamYard, so give me just a minute. See if I can figure this out, you guys. Because if I don't want to dump it. I've got all of you in here now, 54. I don't want to dump it and start all over again. Philly, Brian, you want to? Okay, here we go. It's starting to populate again. It must be a StreamYard issue. I'm seeing on the YouTube side that everybody can still hear me. So, and I see my. Okay, here we go. Real Men Cook. Oh, there's Matt Hammer. Let me see if I can figure out where I was at now when this happened. Okay, just as a reminder, please don't come into the live stream unless you are invited to come in. Expat Memo. Hey, there's Ouzelfinch. How are you? Oh. Real Man Cook says it's all BS. Amo says, what channel am I on? I must be way far behind. Let's see, that says 940. It's now 949. I'm starting to get everything back here. Philly in the Philippines likes when you thought Thursday was Wednesday when I was there. Yeah, it happens to every expat who lives here. We don't know what day it is. Let me get a chance to get caught up and we'll see if we can. Matt Hammer, if I haven't said it, good morning. Francis Hughes got toilet paper at the store. I guess that's a big deal if you can find it, right? Nick Palmer, welcome to the chat. Nick Palmer brings up a good point. You're not allowed to have a back rider, but you are if you are related and living in the same home. Here where I'm at, you can have a back rider. Melanie and I have been out on the motorcycle twice, stopped at military checkpoints, and no problem. The back rider must be related to you and living in the same home as you are. Justin Rogers says, I'm stuck in Angeles City. Are they going to extend lockdown here? Yes, they will, probably. You guys, we're probably going to have to move on. I'm being told by a couple of different wrenches that they've been in 4 live chats that were shut down. Although my topic is not about the chimp, so maybe we're going to be okay. Philly Bryan is right. Philly Bryan has the same thing in Angeles City. Your back rider can be your wife or your daughter or your son. James Lonergan, larger food stores have been restocked, but limited purchase. There's Dennis Adam again. So I'm getting kind of caught up because I saw you on the YouTube side. Jeremiah Butler says somebody got arrested on the bus for pretending to have the virus. Nick Palmer was warned by a general of the PNP. But you got to remember, Nick, nothing's ever enforced here. So you just ran into somebody that had it, or you're just, somebody had a bad day. It might be different in your area. I don't know where you live. But here in northern Manila, your wife is allowed to ride on the back of the mic with you. Or anybody that lives in the same home as you do. Yeah, most people are staying home. Two beers, just give me a chance. I'm so far behind. I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings, okay? Oh my God. Okay. Jack Kane. Jack Kane, there's somebody I haven't seen. Welcome to the chat. They confiscated 47 motorcycles, tricycles on one day in Manila for giving rides. Wow. Again, it's different here where I'm at. I live in Manila too. I have several friends that live in Manila that have been out on the bike with their wife. You got to have help when you're shopping, Now, maybe today it's different. I don't know. Melanie and I haven't been out for 3 days, and things change every day. So, you know, it changes every single day. Nick is asking Philly Brian, how are the rules there? I heard about that. Okay. Francis Hughes says I was looking forward to going home. Yeah. Philly Brian says that small grocery stores are ordered shut by 1 p.m. So there you go now. I'm going to have to go out. I'm going to have to go out now and see if I can make it. What do we have? From my house, I bet it's not even 1 kilometer, or maybe about 1 kilometer. We've got a small, it's actually a pure gold market, you guys, a mini pure gold right here in our subdivision. And it's the place that you go that has pretty much anything you can imagine. It's a, you know, a pretty good sized store. So I'm going to have to go see if that's the case here too. And actually, I'm just kind of curious to see if I can run into a checkpoint. Ouzelfinch says he's doing good. Okay. Oh, what is up with this thing? I don't know what's going on with this, you guys. Nick Palmer, chimp is a substitution word for the V word. Chimp. I think Philly Brian invented that. I think that's a Philly Brian invention. Or maybe not. Maybe Philly Brian got it from somebody. Two Beers says his brother-in-law's in Iloilo, cannot leave the barangay. That's pretty much the same way it is here. The last time that Melanie and I were out, all of the trikes were gone. There's no trike station. We've got 2 trike stations that I can walk to. One's over right next to the bridge, which you guys know. That's where we always, catch our trike. But guess who's working now? Just common everyday guys that have motorbikes are sitting over there at the trike stand and taking people to the front gate. So it's it's taking jobs away from the real trike drivers, but there's some people that are out, that are giving people a ride to the front gate. Obviously, they can't go beyond the front gate because that would leave the subdivision. Okay, chimp is a Philly Brian original. I've got to watch the comments on both sides now because something's weird on this. Dune Buggy is asking me, do I have a name for my motorbike? No, I've never named my motorbike. I've also never called my motorbike she. Isn't she beautiful? No, I don't have a name for it. It's a Raider F-150. I just call it the Raider, baby. What if it's your designated driver? Sorry, Matt. I'm so far behind, I'm not sure what we're talking about there. What if it's your designated driver? Sorry. What is this thing you said you aren't allowed to talk about? Well, it's been the topic of the conversation in the chat so far, Nick. The point is, many live streams are being shut down because there's too much chatter about it. I guess Google is censoring people. I guess Google's censoring people for some reason. Here we go again. How frustrating. Maybe maybe I'm being censored and don't realize it. Maybe that's what this is about. What's going on here? Kia Loa Toma, hello, welcome. What happens in one area in the Philippines? Richard Stelly, welcome. What happens in one area of the Philippines necessarily, yeah. It's always been selective enforcement here in this country, so that's nothing new. Anybody who lives here knows that. Mike Foodie says he's talking to Philly Bryan. Philly Bryan says, vlog the ride, baby. Actually, I won't be able to ride. I think I'm just gonna take a walk. I'll bring the GoPro with me. I think I've only got a couple of vlogs left, and then I'm dry. I don't have, Philly Bryan. It's going to get kind of the content's going to get kind of. We're going to be low on content here. Really, about 5 more days, it's going to be like shit. What are we going to talk about now? 2 beers. Wouldn't you be really pissed off if they seized your bike? Yeah, that would suck. Well, especially with this going. Well, I guess as long as you know where the bike is going. Because, okay, please don't jump again. Maybe if I don't scroll too fast, it won't jump. Clyde Seaside, no outdoor drinking sessions. Francis Hughes says everybody's home on YouTube. I wouldn't doubt that. And here we go again. This will show you how far behind I am. Philly Bryan says, Chimp is made by me. Ah. Okay. Maybe I just need to give up on this live stream, or this, not the live stream. I'm going to keep the live stream up, but I'm just going to, it looks like the YouTube side is steady. Okay, I see 2 beers. Wouldn't you be really pissed off if they seized your bike? I'm just going to have to read the comments off the YouTube side because the StreamYard is, something's not right. Okay, there's Robert Dyer says you only call ships she. Well, back in the U.S., when I was part of a big riding group, most of the guys I rode with were on Harleys, and everybody called their bike, had a female name for their bike. So I think that's where that comes from, that comment. Many of the people I know here, even in Rush Riders, have names for their bikes. So, okay, how many people would still go out if they're... I usually get my coal in the fall. Dennis Adam. I usually get my coal in the fall, but coal mining was shut down. Ah. Everybody will lose their freedom. Justin Rogers, welcome to the chat. Okay. Steve Beard says, by the way, Steve, haven't seen you in a while. Welcome to the chat. Seeing something very wrong today as I sit on my porch. Black ravens are everywhere. What was the book about the Black Ravens? What was that? American literature? I think it's American literature, isn't it? About the. It's a great book, and I've read it, but I can't remember the name of it. I know one of you guys knows what I'm talking about, and I'm sure it'll come up in the chat. The it's a. I don't know if it's Stephen King. I don't know if it's The Stand. It's historical literature. I mean, it goes back to like 1800s. Philly Bryan says this is world history, and there's plenty of content out there. Scott Expat, you have not said anything wrong. Don't worry about that. I'm just trying to. I've lost control of the chat, so I had to get back here. I'm a control freak. I gotta have everything. I like the Fighting Birds video, Matt Hammer. Yeah, that was really fun to make too. Like, I can't believe that I've lived here that long. And well, it just so happened. I believe that's the first time that I was out at that time of day, and they had every bird out of its little house, and they were feeding and putting water out. Yeah, that guy's he's got 20 total, but he's got 15 that are actually trained fighters. Jim Schultz says, any content you guys put up is great to hear. Vlog it all. Shut down the StreamYard. I can't do that, James, because that's where the chat originates from. Then we'd have to start all over. It's okay. I think it's working good enough now. Yeah, the thing is, it originated in StreamYard, so if I close that, it'll shut down the YouTube side as well. Most of us, Ouzelfinch. Oh, you're talking to Steve Beard, James Lonergan, James Schultz. Most of us are in sort of a stay-home mode. Yeah. Yeah. You'll have to start a card game for content. Philippine Hold'em. Texas Hold'em. Philippine Hold'em. Now there's a game I haven't played in a long time. Huh. Philo, when you read this, you're about 5 minutes behind. Shit. Oh shit. Now let me see this timestamp on that. Where's that comment? Smart ass. Nobody's got the 10:03. Yeah, you're right. I'm 4 minutes behind, so you're right. Okay, The Raven. Thank you, Edgar Allan Poe. And I knew it was Edgar Allan Poe. The Raven. Yes, that's the book I'm talking about. Clayton Wakabayashi. Wow. Welcome back. Haven't seen you in a while. Thomas M. Hello. One AUD is 30 PH pesos. Makong Abdullah. Welcome. Oh, sorry, friend. Losing your job in Berkeley. And unemployment is nothing to be too excited about. I received one unemployment check, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. I live in Southern California. I think the check was $238 or something for 1 month. I mean, you can't be ungrateful, right? I could probably eat for that. But, you know, the electric's going to get shut off. The water's going to get shut off. That, you know, everything's going to get shut off. But at least I'll have food. You know, I don't know, you know, what unemployment insurance is even for or who it's for. Who could live on it? You certainly cannot live on it. Richard Stelly doesn't have a quarantine pass. You know what they did here, Richard? They came to our home. We didn't have to leave. The barangay came door to door and passed out here. I think it's called a checkpoint ID. Is what it's yeah, checkpoint ID. What's the Canadian dollar trading for pesos? Scott Expat, thank you for letting me come on. Yes. Where am I? Thank you, YouTube. YouTube's working great today. I was losing Dunebug. Okay, you're talking to Dunebug. Nick Palmer's talking to Dunebug. Jim Schultz says, Oozlefinch, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Now there you go. Now the YouTube's jumping too. Jim Schultz says, matter of fact, Philo, I look forward to your daily vlogs. Yeah, Jim, I've only been uploading every other day so far. But, you know, I think after the live stream here, I might go out and see if I can get something. Just see, you know, we'll just go out and see how far we can get before somebody stops me or before I see something ahead of me and I turn around and come home. Because I don't necessarily want to stop and have to talk to anybody. I don't think it's going to be PNP. I think it's going to be barangay officials. So it won't be really a big deal if I'm stopped. I think it's going to be, just a second, you guys. Matt Hammer says, don't answer the door. Clayton says, you should go to the chicken fights. Now here's a good subject to get on. You can go to the chicken fights so you can experience more of the culture. You know, I'm not sure I would really enjoy it. I know it's a big deal here, but, you know, I'm so immune now to the animal abuse here in the Philippines between dogs and cats that maybe a chicken fight wouldn't bother me. Oozlefinch, thank you again, Oozlefinch, super chat. Yeah, James Lonergan, 5103 is about right. Thumbs up, everyone. Thank you. Thumbs up, everyone. How many do we have now? There's 61 in the chat. That's really good. And we've got 44 thumbs. Okay. 61 in the chat and 44 thumbs. That's not bad. It's a pretty good ratio. What is that? 72%? Something like that? Sniper One, shout out. Why does the American dollar always stay strong there? I don't know. I'll tell you this, Dunebug, we were at 55 maybe a little over a year ago. So, and we're at 51 now. We actually cashed money for 55. I'm sorry, I don't remember exactly what month it was. I think it was over a year ago, though. We got 55 right here in North Caloocan. Oh, sorry. If Justin Rogers, hello. Mark McCatherine, I didn't see you. Hello. And Craig Edwards, hello. Oh. Wow. Sorry, you guys. How many times am I going to have to say that today? Okay. Set out live traps, good soup base. Rat traps. Nick Palmer, I remember it was 43 in 2013, I think it was 43. One of my first trips back to the Philippines was 43. It was, like I said, we cashed in 55 here. This is as high as I've seen it since I've been here. Or it's as high as I've seen it since I've been associated with coming back here again. So my very first trip, it was 43. That was 2013, yeah. Clayton Wakabayashi's talking about Waikiki Beach. Wow, that brings back some great memories. I spent a week there. Wow, what a beautiful place. And we were in a condo. All we had to do is walk out the condo, walk across the street, and we were right there on the sand. Beautiful, beautiful place. Wow. Dennis Adam, we have plenty of clear, clean drinking water. Our drinking water just comes from a Sorry Sorry store. And I have seen the delivery. Yeah, I'm behind, all right. I've seen the delivery trike still going around the neighborhood. We saw him yesterday. So they are still allowing water in and out past the checkpoints into the barangays or into the subdivisions. Craig Edwards, we have checkpoints, okay? Checkpoints. That's how they're enforcing the forbidden word. Justin Rogers says if it lasts another month, and I agree, yeah. The one thing that we don't really talk much about or think about is there's a lot of people not making any money now, so. Smash the thumbs up, everyone. Thanks, Randy. I can't even convert. Dune Buggy says, I can't even convert my money. So it works out to be the same, maybe a few dollars more. I can't even convert my money to the US. Oh, okay. So you're not American. You're not talking about USD. Something is happening, but it's not in front of the camera at this time. Just saying, don't you know? Already bopped that sucker. Canadian dollar, 35.40. Jim Schultz, they must be allowing food to get into Manila. Yes. As far as I know, but to be honest with you, you guys, it's such a hassle now. It was a hassle before to go to the market. You know what I mean? Because pretty much everything here's a hassle, to be honest with you. But imagine what a hassle it is now to have to get up at 4:30 and go stand in line. You know, I would love to go vlog the market. Philly Bryan was way ahead there. He got in, and Melanie and I did post some stuff on Facebook about the market, if any of you saw that. But I didn't vlog it, baby. And now I would love to vlog it, but I just don't feel like dealing with it. It's too much of a hassle. Just so much easier to stay at home. You know, it's like Joseph says, sometimes you just don't want to go out, man. It's not worth the hassle. Jim Schultz says, how does that super chat thing work? Well, Jim, you click on the $sign down at the bottom of the chat, and then Google will direct you to, I'm assuming you have a Google account, obviously, or you wouldn't have a YouTube ID, right? So through your Google account, you add a credit card to it, and then you can send a super chat to the host of the chat. That's how it works. So if you click on that $sign down there, it will show you what needs to be done. Okay. Oh. Hey, there's the Hapsters, but yeah. Just when I get about caught up, the the YouTube has a problem. Oh my God. You guys are probably right. Maybe there's just too many users right now. Okay, Hapsters, I see ya. But I got so far behind. Philly Bryan says, I need a rooster for Maddie to play with. Well, you know, before we had Maddie would just hate that dude. Because I'd have the rooster, you know, on the couch with me watching Netflix. She would just, it would be just a mess. Okay, here we go. Someone got visited in the barangay, received the press on my apartment. I'm here on my own, but I do have family not in Jerez. Yeah, we got ours. Today's Tuesday. What day did I talk about that in my video? I think we got ours Saturday. And they just showed up here, the barangay officials. And we got our pass. Aloha and good morning from Hawaii, the Hapsters. Is anyone else's kids making them crazy during this quarantine? Yeah, pretty much all the time. Philo Correct got 55 a little over a year ago in Bagong Silang. Yes. 55 a little over a year ago. That's what I thought too. Okay, I know I saw a super chat come in. I don't know who it was from though, because I'm behind. Sorry. Whoever super chatted me, I'm getting to it. Are borders closed in the Philippines? I don't know. What do you mean by borders? Do you mean We are in a barangay lockdown, if that's what you're asking, Craig. So yes, I would say borders are closed. 2011 was at 48. Scott Expat was getting 48 in 2011. Clyde Seaside says if the USA, where did that go? Oh, here it is. If the USA keeps printing paper money to bail out the banks and China recovers from the virus and fires up the manufacturing first, the US will get belted. Clyde Seaside, thank you for the super chat. But there was another one that came in too. Who else super chatted me? Randy, Canoy in the Philippines. Thank you, sir. Clyde, I lost your comment. Where is your comment? Okay, there it is. Hey, I'm almost caught up. Okay, Richard Stelly says I flew with Eva Air. Happy with the service. I love Eva too. Big thumbs up. Eva and Agiana are my two favorites. Eva and Agiana, fantastic, especially if you're coming from California. Steve Beard said California and Florida beaches are full of people this weekend. Unusual, yeah. Ada Myers, hello. Thank you, Ada Myers, for coming by to see us. Someone else who's very active on my channel. Lots of comments, always watches our videos. It's good to be with family right now. You guys are allowed to go anywhere, Canoy in the Philippines. Oh, sorry, that was for Randy. Scott says he's got a shout-out video up. Philo and Philly and everyone are on it. And his new friends are on the next one. Ada Meyer says in Pasig they have free food. All right, that's cool. It'd be that would be a great vlog. That would be a great vlog. One box canned food in rice. Oh, one box of canned foods and rice, I think is what you're trying to say. You got to have rice. Now, see, I just saw Kanoi's super chat, so I'm. Thanks again, Randy. That's sorry. Girlfriend told me the market isn't looking good in Las Piñas. Still 58 in the room. Thanks, guys. Thank you. 58 in the room. An hour and 18 in. Hee hee. Thanks, brother. That's the hamsters. Nick Palmer is asking, does everyone lose on their U.S. bank transfers from the U.S.? I use Western Union. I pay $3.99 per 1,000. So I guess you could say I'm losing a little bit of something there, but you lose a lot more if you transfer USD to pesos, because then you got to take the peso hit from Western Union, which is normally about, I don't know. Now keep in mind, you guys, I've been with Western Union for probably 7-8 years transferring money here to the Philippines. So I'm like a VIP with them, and I've got points that I can use every time I transfer. I've got points I can use. So I get $1.99 transfers sometimes, 1,000 for $1.99. So a lot of people hack Western Union, but if you start up with somebody, and I'm sure that Zoom is like this too, or Remitly, if you stay with them, maybe the first 10 transfers or so you're going to pay a little bit more, but it's going to start getting cheaper for you because you become a VIP client. And also you get instant transfers. There's no delay. In other words, you do it online and boom, you can walk right into the Western Union and pick the money up within 5 minutes. A lot of times there's a 2 or 3 day delay. I'm losing my voice. Clyde Seaside, thank you so much. Dennis Adam, thank you so much. 5 large red horse. Oh, you're going to get me in trouble. Mark McCatherine, here in Angeles City, we use a delivery service that brings veggies and meat direct to the house. Have milk and water delivered in my son's school online so far. Yeah. A lot of homeschooling. Dennis Adam, thank you for the beer and burger. Wow, hey, we're doing pretty good on Super Chat today, huh? Ada Myers, oh, sorry. Ria S76, hello. Hello, hello. Welcome to the chat. Sorry I'm behind. I don't know how long you've been here. I drank about 5 large red horses in Antipolo and almost fell down a hill. Now that's good times right there, Dunebug. 5 large red horse. Ooh, you know, I guess I'm a bit of a lightweight because I don't think I could do more than 2. But then again, if I'm, you know, you guys know what it's like to drink here in the Philippines. You sit around the table with your nephews and, you know, your brother-in-laws and your sister-in-laws and your nephew. So it's hard to gauge how much you're really drinking because you only pour it into, you know, your small glass. And then you do a water chaser. That's how the Filipinos drink. So it's hard to gauge. But if I had 2 litro, it's called litro here, litro red horses in front of me and drank those, that would probably be about as much as I could handle. Pretty strong beer. Ooh, boy, it's hot today. Let's turn on the air conditioner. Hapsters has a house in Antipolo. Clyde Seaside just bought 100 kilograms of rice. Yeah, we bought, wow, 100 kilograms. How many pounds is that? Hey, Siri. 100 kilos is how many pounds?
100 kilograms is 220.46 pounds.
Gotta love Siri. 220 pounds of rice. Now, I'm pretty sure that we just got a 100-pound sack for 2,700, 100 pounds. I gotta go look at that rice sack and see how much that was. It was a big bag. One of the biggest. Jim Schultz, hey, you figured it out, buddy. Thanks for the super chat. We're killing it on the super chat today. We are killing it. Clyde, I lost your, where's Clyde's, there it is. Okay, SF Bokaki says, in Las Piñas, they gave out rice, corned beef. We just cooked corned beef this morning. Sardines, noodles, and a small bottle of alcohol. Scott's been to Ria's house. Always connected. Clyde Seaside, Jim Schultz, thank you again, sir. That's, yeah, you got it. See, it's simple, right? Okay, Mark McCathern says that World Remit is what he uses from account in the US to account in PI. Money is here within minutes. Yeah, same for me. SF Bokaki said that's 4 sacks. What was that? 220 or 100 kilos? Yeah. Hey, I caught up. No way. Wait a second. Yeah. And you guys said it wouldn't happen. Take that, Philly Brian. Okay. Of course, it's going to jump here. I'm going to have to eat my words. Dune Buggy says he's talking to the Hapsters. Never mind. The Hapster says he's talking to Dune Buggy. Never mind. Mike Foodie says, welcome to Livestream Philo. Yeah, baby. I did it. Whoa. Lost my voice. Losing my voice, but I caught up. Capsters all caught up now. James Lonergan is sending 5,000 pesos to the Holy Infant Nursery Foundation. It's an orphanage in Bacolod. Yeah, baby. You guys see that? Anybody want to join James Lonergan? Jim Schultz, you did it again. Thanks, buddy. We are just smashing the super chat today. Unbelievable. I've lost count. I think that's like $60 or something, $70. I think it's more than that, actually. Oh, I'm kind of excited to add it all up. That's nice of you. Actually, YouTube does that for me. I can look at that on YouTube. Thanks again, Jim. That's, I mean, $20. That's a lot of money here. $20 will buy us ulam for 3 days, probably 3 or 4 days. That's 1,000 pesos. More than 3 or 4 days. We can buy. We're getting chicken here, you guys, about $180 a kilo. $180 a kilo. That's a Palenque price. Okay. So, you know, 1,000 pesos gets you 8 down, carry the 7. What, about 8 kilos of chicken? It's a lot of chicken. Clyde says my sister-in-law bought 50 kilogram sacks last week for $2,700. Okay. And hey, just so you guys know, my condition with my prostate, as soon as I gave up, and this is no shit, you guys. The doctor told me over there at Mark Vim, the doctor said, the one thing, and really nice, female doctor in her 50s, she said, the one thing I got to stress to you is you got to get off the salt and you got to get off of soft drinks. She goes, nothing. She goes, and you are going to see a tremendous difference. And man, she was right. I have not had one pain episode. And, you know, I'm telling you guys this because, you know, we're in the Philippines. You eat rice at every single meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I like soy sauce on my rice. So soy sauce, sriracha sauce, and one or two red chilies cut up and mixed in with the rice. That's the way I eat my rice. As soon as I stopped using the soy sauce, and then, of course, I was guilty because I'm trying to decrease my, you know, curb the alcohol craving. I've been drinking, what's it called? Coke, and of course I stopped all that. Couldn't resist 50 kilogram sacks for $1,700. Yeah, that's a good price. Add soy sauce and magic syrup. You guys know it's hard to get away from salt and sugar here. There's a lot of salt and a lot of sugar in the food. But I have noticed the swelling, number one, the swelling has gone down. Number two, not one pain attack since I saw that doctor. So hats off to her. You know what I mean? Hats off to her. I'm just so happy because, believe me, you guys, these pain attacks that I was having, oh my God, scared the shit out of me. And I'm not kidding you. Scared the shit out of me. I remember having one a couple of weeks ago. Melanie and Johnny B were on their way out to Almar to do some shopping. And this is before I told Melanie what was going on with me because I was scared, you know. Scared to tell her. Scared to go to the doctor, too. And I just remember I'm sitting there at the dining room table and I'm on YouTube. and they were walking out, and I stood up and I walked out to the front door to say goodbye to them, and I'm standing there just going, trying to keep a straight face, and man, the pain was nothing like I've ever felt in my life. The worst I've ever felt in my life. And I had that happen to me probably 5 times before I went and saw a doctor. I went through all the testing. Okay, so Robert Dyer stopped salt in sodas years ago. Yeah. Who knew that was going to be, you have to get, I wouldn't consider myself old, but I guess I am, really, 55. I'm old enough to start having those problems, right? Okay. Saw palmetto supplement. Yeah, James. Saw palmetto. Well, yeah. You guys know you can't even order anything. You can't even get Lazada now. So look at how many people are affected. Look at how many guys that deliver for Lazada who are out of work. Yeah, Randy, feels like a truck on you. You know what, dude? I cannot even describe what it felt like. And the weirdest thing was when I was at LTO with Johnny B. Johnny B went to LTO with me. We got the bike smogged first. That was step 1. So then, because we had to get there at 6:30 in the morning to get the bike smogged, well, guess what? LTO doesn't open until 9. So, actually, sorry, they opened at 8 that particular day. So we sat down at the Carinderia, Johnny B and I, and we had breakfast because we didn't eat breakfast before we left the house. I didn't vlog that, did I? Oh, you're not allowed to vlog there. That's why. But as we're sitting there at the Carinderia and I finished my food, I can feel it building. And I had a pain attack right there at LTO, man. And Johnny B's looking at me. Johnny B, he knew ahead of time what was happening because he's seen me go through a couple of them. And I'm kind of sitting up. If I'm sitting down, I would have to sit up a little bit to relieve the pressure, or lean to one side to relieve the pressure. And oh man, we had to sit there for like 10 minutes at least. And I told him I can't go into LTO. Just give me a minute. And he knew. He went and grabbed. He knows what I was doing because he would watch me from the attacks before. The first thing I would do is get ice water, drink ice water, and then get an ice pack and put it on my prostate. But yeah, I had an attack at LTO, and that was my last one because the next day, Melanie told me, come on, we're going. And right after the live chat, we went to the doctor. So good for Melanie. It's good to have a good wife, right? Vitamin D, Dennis Adams says, get on vitamin D. It's good for bacterial and viral. Matt Hammer, it's good to find a doctor you will listen to. Well, Matt, like I said, Mike Foodie, I do have kidney stones. Yes, I've got 2 kidney stones. But I'm on medication. The stones are so small that the doctor told me the medication that she gave me is going to dissolve them. I'm not going to have to pass them. So I had what's it called? I had 2 kidney stones and an inflamed prostate were the results of my testing. Dunebug is asking, do you get onto the hot dogs there like Philly Bryan does? Do I get onto the hot dogs? I'm not a big fan. I'm not sure what you're asking. I'm not a big fan of those red hot dogs. But our market has these almost like a spicy bratwurst. I don't remember what they're called. Like a German sausage. And they're, I don't know, twice the size of those red hot dogs. And we cook those we fry those in a skillet for breakfast, and they're good. Because they're spicy, really good. Hot lemon juice can help for vitamins. Rhea S76. Scott Expat, thanks for coming by. Robert Dyer says lycopene. Lycopene. Oh, lycopene is real heavy in one vegetable or fruit. I don't remember which one it is. Is it tomatoes that have a high lycopene? We eat a ton of tomatoes in this house. Everybody likes tomatoes. Melanie especially. Clyde Seaside is 71, drinks a gallon of Pepsi every day and salts down all of his food. Hey, screw you. 71. Fuck. Yeah, and you've got an enlarged prostate, remember? That's what you told me. A gallon of Pepsi Max a day. Really? And what? A couple of packs of smokes too? Clyde Seaside he is a freaking stud, you guys. He comes to PI and you know, walks 10K a day and doesn't even sweat. Oh, here we go. I'm going to get behind again. Mike only, oh no, milk. Okay, James Lonergan. Oh, milk. Well, I'll tell you what, when I was in the USA, I got plenty of that because even Melanie, we were big milk drinkers in the US. So you know how easy it is to get a gallon of milk. I mean, you can get a gallon of milk damn near anywhere. Gas stations sell gallons of milk in the US. So yes, tomatoes, I was right. How about that? That doesn't happen very often. I actually remember something. Happening says that Coke helps me to dissolve my kidney stones. JS Eeyore, yeah, tomato sauce, yeah. I've heard that too. Tomato sauce has the highest concentration of lycopene. I wonder why that is. Because you know they cook that. You know, they always say that you're going to get the most from a raw fruit or veggie, right? But you know they cook those tomatoes down to make that sauce. So, Mark Castro, hey, you feel there's some sort of stimulus package from the government? I don't know. I don't know, Mark. I have heard that the people in the U.S. are going to get a stimulus check, but I am not sure. I don't know. Sorry. Dennis Adam. Oh, he's talking to hamsters. Dunebug says, if you smoke green, you can eat what you want because your stomach says so. Yeah. I'm from Southern California, Dunebug. I definitely smoked my share in the day. In fact, it was legal. It was legalized for recreational use right before I left. I left 4 days after it was legalized for recreational use. And I did go in and buy some, just so I could say that I did. After all, that's been every pothead's dream from the 70s. When are they going to legalize this stuff? Oh, Maddie's just having a fit. Iced tea will give you kidney stones. Iced tea will give you kidney stones. Well, I wonder if that has... I thought iced tea was supposed to be good for you. That's what everybody says. Maybe I'm thinking about hot green Chinese tea. Huh? Juan Murillo. Aloha. Hello, Juan. Welcome to the chat. Take care. Okay, sorry, that's not for me. Dennis Adam. Not much available, getting sold out in Walmart. I bought Nature Made brand. Vitamin D. 1,000 units. Oozle Finch is in Southern California, okay, and he says that there's nothing yet in the U.S. Sorry, guys, I'm losing my voice. How old is this water? How many live streams has this bottle been through? Mike, okay. Ooh. Well, this was a busy live stream, man. I feel like Manny Pacquiao. Like I'm in there. Fighting to stay on top of the comments. I used to love that about Cali, says Mike Fooden. Yeah. Well, you know, it was January 2nd. It was January 1st, 2018, when the green weed was legalized for recreational use in California. I left on the 4th to move to the Philippines. So I think it was the 2nd, the day after New Year's. I jumped in the car and says, you know what? I got to do this. My house is already sold. I was just waiting for escrow to close, which closed the next day. No, escrow closed on the 3rd. I left USA, I think, on the 5th. So I went right down to one of the places and walked in, show that ID. Hey, it was awesome. Mama Gajumbo, how are you? Mark McCathern says, here we go. Get behind again. Let me stop running my mouth and just read the comments. If drinking iced tea gives you kidney stones, then I have a Rockroy going on. Yeah, you know, I've always been a big iced tea drinker my whole life, too. Not so much here in the Philippines, but in the U.S. I was. Like, every time I went out for dinner or something, iced tea was what you would. Thomas M. says, some urologist, and that's what I saw at the second hospital, was a urologist. And he told me that he wants to test me for cancer. That's going to be my next test. But he can't do it until this whole virus thing's over. So the whole chimp thing is over. Thomas M. says that there's a high concentration of oxalate, one of the key chemicals that lead to the formation of kidney stones. Ah. The Hapsters, Mike says, I love American unsweetened iced tea, Maserati. Yeah. You know, one of the biggest, people like to make what's called sun tea, right, in America. So you put all the tea bags, or if you've got fresh tea and you're tying your own bags, that's the way to make it. And put it out in the sun. Let it sit out in the sun for, I don't know, a couple hours. Where are we at here? Kanoi is talking to Hapsters. James Lonergan says, just stick with the mango shakes. Mango shakes. Mango shakes are pretty damn good, right? Especially if you can sneak a little vodka in there. Did I say that out loud? Dune Bug says that iced tea in Manila bars and restaurants is so sweet. Yeah. And you know what? I think they're not making that tea. I think that's coming out of a jar or something. I bet. Hapsters, thanks for coming by. I just saw that you are leaving. Whew. I'm going to do 2 hours, you guys, okay? So we've got 14 minutes to go. I'm going to do 2 hours and get off here. So I think Melanie needs the cable modem. Melanie needs to use the, I know. Especially now because being on Wi-Fi is probably not the way to go right now. T. Jambe. T. Jambe? Welcome to the chat. How old are you, brother? You look young more than real. How old are you, brother? You look young more than real. All right. I'm 55. Actually, I'm 54, but just 55 is right around the corner for me. Nice one, Dune Butt. No, it is really water. It is really water. If it was vodka, you would see me go, ooh. I'd take a drink. It would be like this. And you guys who are drinkers know it's like this. Yeah. But see, it's just water, so it's just. You always get that, you know, if it's vodka. You get that little when you take a drink. And then you spend the rest of the day chasing that. The life of an alkie. Clyde Seaside. No, not for me, baby. I've got 7 years. I'm 7 years away from Social Security. You know, you never wish to be older, but being older, yeah, 7 years. I mean, God, I can think back to 2013, and that was like nothing. I remember everything that happened in 2013. 7 years is nothing. What I'm getting, Clyde, starting June 1st, is my work pension. My work pension that from my company, my work pension. Dennis Adam. Vitamin B12. Or no, vitamin B15 helps utilize the oxygen in your body. You know, Dennis, they also say that about aspirin. I was always a mountain climber. And one of the very well-known things among people who summit mountains is to 30 days before your hike or your mountain summit is to go on aspirin therapy 1 a day. It's supposed to do the exact same thing. Nothing major like Excedrin or Bayer, just the cheap, you know, aspirin. I actually stopped taking it because I took 1 a day for quite some time because I always thought, even a doctor once told me that it was good therapy. But then I started reading that, and we've had this discussion before, sorry to repeat it, but there's some new people here. And then I started reading and hearing, even from other people, that aspirin is only good if you've already had a heart attack. So, well, I'll tell you what, when I was doing that once a day aspirin, if I got cut, man, you're a bleeder. I tell you what, it's hard to stop the bleeding. Even a small scrape. Mike Foodie says it's a slippery slope getting older. Boy, you're not kidding. It's not for one of our regulars in here always says getting old ain't for wimps. Who says that? Oh, somebody always says that. Getting old ain't for wimps. JS says, oh, JS, welcome to the chat. I didn't see you in here. You could try gin and tonic. Tonic water has quinine. That might help with chimp. Oozle Finch says you always want to be older if you're under 21. Yeah. Vodka and a joint equals happy days. Yeah. Nick Palmer says, my wife just got that from Pure Gold. She has spent $11,000 in 7 days. Holy cow. 11,000. You guys must have enough food for 2 months. If we go to Pure Gold and spend $2,500, we've got a shit ton of food for $2,500, you know? And you spend 11,000. Wow. Yeah, aspirin thins the blood. T. John Bay, why did you choose the Philippines instead of USA to live forever? Oh my God, dude, that's such a long story. Such a long story. I basically got laid off from a corporation in the USA and couldn't find work. So I'm here living on a small pension. Very inexpensive to live in the Philippines, okay? Plus, I have a Filipino wife already, so there's, you know, if you're really interested, look down on my channel content. There's several stories about why I'm here, how I got here, what I do when I'm here. Getting old ain't for the wimps. Oh, there's Maddie. Oh. Hi, Ding Ding. You want to be on cam? Maddie's in the house. $11 a.m. Thanks, Randy. I've got 8 more minutes. I'm going to do 2 hours. I logged on just a little bit late today. Right at the 2-hour mark, we're going to quit. So we've got 8 minutes, you guys. Thanks, Randy. 2 beers just got back from the convenience store and won $86.30 on the lotto. 65 million is the. Yeah. You know what? I'd do that too. Why not? It's you know, if it's you won money on a scratcher. I won $100 once in the USA on a scratcher ticket. I thought I was hot shit, you know. Or no, wait a minute. It was $1,000 that I won on a scratcher, and I thought I was hot shit. And actually, I was hot shit because this was 1993, and that was a lot of money in '93. 1,000 USD. I bought new golf clubs with it, a new bag. I thought my shit didn't stink. $1,000 on a lottery scratcher. Eric De La Cruz, good morning. Good morning, Caloocan City, from Eric De La Cruz, our resident Filipino living in the Philippines. T. John says, you are probably retired? Yes. Yeah. James Lonergan says, just think, 65 million and you can't, and you're in lockdown. You can't even go claim it. That'd be brutal. Oh. You win and they tell you, okay, come in after the virus is over. You're like, oh, damn chimp. Dunebug, okay. Yeah, Dunebug, you were the one who asking if I could stream at 6 p.m., right? It's always Tuesday at 9. I've got enough subscribers and regulars here now that we have to keep it that way, because if you go changing, it's not good. Clyde Seaside says they tax lottery wins in the U.S. and the Philippines. Clyde, that's true. The U.S., you lose 50% of it. The government takes it. 50%. It's not right, man. Nick Palmer says, I play the PSCO. That's got to be the Philippines lottery. He's never even hit 5 numbers in 11 years, but in the U.S., he hit 5 out of 6 5 times. Oh, 5 out of 6 5 times. Well, that must have been a decent payday. 5 out of 6. Randy says that in Canada, the lottery winnings are not taxed, I think is what he's saying. One of those wins, Nick says one of those wins was 4,000. Yeah. Yeah, I got it, Randy. I just read it wrong. It says in Canada, no lottery winning. Yeah. No. T. Jambe, I'm watching your videos to improve my English. Are you Filipino? T. Jambe. To improve your English. Well, I never looked at it that way. I always thought that we were, although I haven't done, I stopped doing the Tagalog lessons because I ran out of content. I got lazy, I stopped studying, and I ran out of content. Although I found, funny enough, I found in my phone like 30 words that I never gave you guys. So maybe I'll fire that back up again. Tagalog lessons with Philo. And those were normally at the very beginning of the video. So, yeah, we should start doing that again because I really need to get better at the language myself. Jim Grady, hey, have you been in here? I didn't see you. Jim Grady says that lottery is a retirement plan for people that are really bad at math. Well, you know what, Jim? Somebody always wins. So, Philo, 405 and the 101, all green, anywhere you want to go. Yeah, I know. You're always listening to the live stream on your Bluetooth, I think, right? Through your car? That's pretty cool. I can imagine how bad I sound through your car stereo speakers. Jim Schultz says, good day, Philo. It's 11 p.m. here. Okay, Jim. I'll tell Melanie hello from Mr. Jim. Mr. Buzz. Mr. Buzz, Mr. Jim. Jim Grady says he's given me a thumbs up for Tagalog lessons. Okay. Okay. We'll do that. We'll do that. Next video, we're going to do a new Tagalog word. Or maybe I'll start out by doing a review of everything that we've learned so far. Maybe that would be the better way to go about it. For those of you who want to learn Tagalog, maybe it's better if I do one video first. Jim, good night. Thanks for coming by. Nick Palmer says, in my excitement, I left the winning ticket in the copy machine and drove home. Oh, shit. You know what I did once? I was in the USA. I was doing the K1 paperwork for Melanie. When Melanie came, this was when I was in the US, Melanie was still here in the Philippines. I was doing her K1 paperwork, and I was at like an Office Depot or one of those places. You know, the paperwork is a nightmare. You got to copy this and copy that and have duplicates of this, duplicates of that. So I left my passport. Bam. I had to have, I don't know how many copies, color copies of my passport. And left my passport on the copy machine. So, and you know, when you're a regular traveler to the Philippines and you lose your passport, all of a sudden you panic. And why was I panicked? Because my trip was like in 3 weeks to a month. So I knew I wasn't going to be able to replace it. And I'm just freaking, dude. You never see me. I drove so fast. Fortunately, on Office Depot was not that far away from the house, maybe 10 minutes by car. Man, I got home and had a Honda Civic Si at that time, so that's a fast little car, 5-speed. I hauled ass back to there, and the lady's like, yeah, I got it right here. I was like, oh, shit. T. Jambe says, I'm Turkish. I'm just wondering other countries. Ah, Turkish. Interesting. Well, your typed English is very, very good. Mama Gajambo wants to improve food knowledge. Food knowledge of the Philippines. I've got a lot of cooking videos, Mama Gajambo. Melanie cooking videos, even better. Melanie cooking. Fun to watch and taste very good too. Richard Stelly says, I was born to Filipino parents in the U.S. My parents didn't speak Tagalog. Yeah, Richard Stelly, I live here and, speak only a little and only understand a little bit. So, meaning I've got probably a 200-word vocabulary in my head that I got from Rosetta Stone. The problem is when you hear Filipinos speak, especially like my son, when he speaks, it kind of sounds like he has a mouthful of Handasal. But when Melanie speaks Tagalog, it's sharper, and I can pick out words. You know what I mean? So, Matt Hammer watches to see what to do when I retire. Oh my God, well, don't watch me. I don't do shit. You saw what I do. I go play with fighting cocks in the neighborhood. T. Jambe, okay, brother. Okay, guys, that's 2 hours. I got to shut it down. Okay? Got to shut it down. Barangay says nothing longer than a 2-hour chat during the lockdown. That's a joke, Lon. I'm just kidding. Yeah, Mike Foodie. CRS is something that I have a problem with too. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. 25 times thank you for the super chat. We had our best super chat day ever. I'm excited to see how much we made. I think it was like $100. Wow. That's 5,000 pesos, baby. We are going to eat good tonight and for the next couple of weeks. Thank you again, you guys, so much. We will see you next Tuesday, and I just did a video yesterday, so next video will be tomorrow or Thursday, and it's a moto vlog from Tito Rhodes' house to my house. Okay, so look forward to that. Everybody knows Tito Rhodes, great, great guy. Him and his lovely wife, Gina, just stopped by our place about a week ago and dropped off a bunch of food. They just spoil us every time they come. They're such great people. Thanks again for joining the chat today. That was fun. We had a ton of people, and we'll see you on the next super chat. See you on the next live chat. Thanks again. My Simple Life, hello and goodbye. Franco Anthony, hello and goodbye. Thomas M, hello and goodbye. Thanks again.